Hey guys, out here this morning, just mounting up tires. Figured I'd make a video while I'm at it, of how I do it. It's nothing special, just figured I'd share it. First thing I do is pull the foam out and put holes in the tires. Some guys have different ways of doing this. I like putting the hole towards the center. I do not put holes in my wheels, just the tires. And see some guys do it on the side in different areas. I'm not sure what started that or why people do that. I honestly don't know, but to each their own. I feel the center's better because when the tire expands, that's going to be the highest point if anything does get in there to hopefully come out. So when you do that, you're going to want to not puncture through those ribs. So I just go just off center a hair, and I'll look. I don't know if you can see that. You can see it stretching through, so I'll know exactly where the hole's going to be. Go ahead and punch it, and then you can see where it ends up, and it's not on the rib. Okay, so I'll do that on one side. Then I'll put that hole at the bottom, go straight across from it, do the same thing, and make sure your little pieces come out so they're not floating around in there between your foam and your tire. Then I'll just put the foam back in. I know a lot of guys kind of rush through mountain tires, and I know sometimes you got to be in a hurry at the track. I like just taking my time. I get up early in the morning and have a couple cups of coffee and come out and mount tires. So got that one. Do this one quick. When you have this apart, it's a good chance to look at the bead. Just inspect the inside of the tire, make sure that nothing is in there. Sometimes a little fragment or something will fly in there, no big deal. Just make sure it's good. Inside the tire, bead's clean, no extra flashing on it. And luckily all these tires I've been mounting, they've all been clean. Bead's been clean, everything's been good. So there's that. So those are ready for me to clean. So I always feel like I'm forgetting, so I always double check I got the two holes. To clean the tires, I just use Simple Green. Seems to work really good. Never had any issues. And I'll just spray it on the towel. Not soaked, but pretty good. And then just hold the tire, support the backside with my finger, and just go around the bead. So I'm gonna clean these, and then I'll jump back on. I'm also gonna clean the wheels with Simple Green, the bead, and I'll jump back on and we'll go from there. All right, guys, I got the tires all cleaned up, got the wheels all cleaned up. Bead's looking nice and clean all the way around. So I'm gonna go ahead and put the tire on the wheel. These tires aren't directional, so I don't have to worry about it. Which way they go if you're mounting something like an ellipse, a lot of bar tires. Make sure you pay attention to the direction so you have left and you have rights. So I'm gonna pop these on. Now obviously when you do this, you want to make sure that the bead is settled down in there, foam's settled in, and you can pick up and peek, make sure it's not stuck up on the ridge there of the wheel. See, like right there, I can tell it's stuck. That's what you want to look for. I don't know if you guys can see that right there. You probably can't, but just make sure it's not stuck up on the ridge. Pull all the way around, kind of roll it in your hands a little bit, and then what I do to kind of seat it more is I'll put a marker through here like this, and I'm gonna roll it, and I'll be resting this thumb on the center bottom and my finger, and just kind of pushing down, keeping the tire flat. You don't want to be at an angle. Just right down the center, kind of roll it just to get everything kind of settled in. And push down here with your thumbs. Make sure that's all flat. Feels good. Make sure the tire's even. When you roll it like that, you don't want to push down really hard or you'll get it all bunched up on one side on your very last roll. So that looks good. So I'm gonna go ahead and get the rest set, and again, jump back on with you guys. All right, guys, got all that done. Tires are stacked up over here, all ready to go. And then I got the fin design jig that I always like to use. You guys have probably seen in the past, I do something a little different with mine. I add this CD on here, and it raises the tire up a hair to get a little more of the bead exposed, and it also allows me to spin the tire quite easily, and I'll show you why I like that here in a second. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys how I do this up. Oh, my CD's stuck to my tire. First, I'm gonna mount the top side. So I'm gonna push this down, and then this helps me to make sure the bead is flush. So that looks really good. So I'm gonna go on here, and I like, this is probably really splitting hairs, but I don't like pushing this. The edge is the first thing that hits on the tire. So where there's raised letters, I try to avoid that since this side's getting pushed down first. So I look for an area that doesn't have the raised letters and let that hit first, and then clamp it down. So now I'm just gonna run, I like using thin CA for 8-scale tires. So I'm just gonna run a really small bead. Like you don't need a lot at all. So I like holding this so I can twist it, and I'm gonna start a small bead just right in the edge, go all the way around. Okay, I'll move it around a little bit, kind of so it settles in. When you pop this, do it slow. Don't pop it, because the glue, it'll slam the glue and you might get some shot up at you, and you don't want that. So do that slow. Then I just put my fingers on each side, rotate it like this to get the glue evened out. And then I got the JCon tire bands here. Gonna put on and even this out. Make sure it's all in the same place, same height. About the last set of pins is where I normally put it. And then I'll run it. Sometimes you'll see it coming out. You don't need to actually squeeze the bottle. So I'll either add glue or just use the needle and make it all nice and even. Some areas I'll give it a little, just a light squeeze if I see that none came out. So then just rotate it around. I don't know if you guys can see, but gosh, that wheel almost looks white in the camera, but it's nice and even. And that's it. Set that aside to dry, and should be good to go. Look really good. Won't have glue all over the place. Do keep a wadded up paper towel next to you in case you get a little bit too much. And when you do it, normally I use blue towels. I'm out, so I stole these from the kitchen. But you do it fast, or you'll glue towel to your tire. So, but if you do it this way, you'll get a knack for it, and you'll never even use that paper towel. So you'll get a nice perfect bead around there, and looks good and works good. So that's about it, guys. I'm gonna finish mounting up the rest of these, and hopefully that helps you guys out. And I'm no pro. That's just how I do it, and maybe it'll work for you guys. All right, thanks, guys.